Today we are talking about the Leica M10 and asking ourselves one really big question, and that is, do you want to get better at photography? I have a video that is coming out soon, or is probably already out or something like that. Maybe you've seen it, and it is about my 1-year review on the Leica M10. But today I want to chat with you about something a little bit different. If you watched any of my camera reviews or any of my lens reviews on my channel, you have probably heard how I end every review. And I end every review that no piece of equipment, camera, lens, or software will make you a better photographer. I also state that you must go out and create with the equipment you have and train your eyes to see the world differently. While that is all true, there's also something else that can help you become a better photographer, and that is surrounding yourselves with other creatives who see the world differently. When I was a kid and living at home, my parents would consistently hit me with a lesson that I largely ignored until I was much older. My mom and dad used to always tell me, "Tim, you are the sum average of your 5 closest friends." Now, I was not a very good math student, which may be why it took so long for this simple fact to take root in my life. But as I got older, this simple yet essential lesson proved to be true. When I wanted to learn how to shoot film better, I had my Leica M10 and M6. I surrounded myself with other photographers also shooting film. When I wanted to shoot medium format film, I found other photographers who were also shooting medium format film. Now, I remember picking up my Leica M10 and pointing this camera at something and wondering at first if I had made a $5,000 mistake. I didn't know anyone who was shooting the M10 outside of my buddy Benj. And if you've not checked out Benj's YouTube channel, you are really missing out. I'm digressing, but back to my point. I fell into the trap of thinking that a camera would make me see what I was seeing in my everyday life differently. But to be 100% honest, no one was pushing me to see the world differently. I then spent some time looking up legendary Leica film photographers, and not the obvious ones that you have probably already know or probably have heard of, but still I took a long time looking hard for photographers from different regions all across the world. And I came across photographers like Fan Ho and Vivian Meyer, and I then dug deep into their imagery, and I began to see how they saw the world, and I became inspired to go out and shoot and create. I wanted to avoid going out and just recreating things that I was seeing on Instagram. This is slightly off topic, yet on topic, but there's a book that I love by Austin Kleon called Steal Like an Artist. Now, the premise of this book is that there's nothing new under the sun. However, you should not steal to recreate, but you should take all the parts from multiple artists that you love, mix them all up, and create our own voice from things that inspire us. I cannot tell you how often I've seen photographers go to places only to recreate the same shot at the exact same location as someone else. You can see it everywhere on Instagram. Now, the most significant piece of advice that I can give you, viewer, or if you're reading this article with your new Leica M10, is to go out and find friends who see the world differently than you, and go out with those same group of people and try to out-photograph one another. Nothing is better than filling up your creative cup by being challenged by other creatives to go out and create something different. Now, I'm going to tell you this, there isn't a camera that will make you see the world differently. The Leica M10 may inspire you to go out and create, and while you're using it tool, it will operate differently and uniquely from your previous camera. However, the greatest advice, the biggest piece of advice that I can give you is really 2 things. 1, and that is to go out and create on your own, and 2, go out and find some other friends and other creatives that will push you to see the world differently, that you can go out and you can out photograph. And if you're still looking for new friends and you can't find any new friends in your area, then go out and study the dead greats. One of my favorite quotes is from Austin Kleon, and he wrote another book called Show Your Work, and he states, "The great thing about dead or remote masters is they can't refuse you as an apprentice. You can learn whatever you want from them. They have left their lesson plans in their work." Now, I know that this is kind of different, but this is really all I have for you. I just want you to go out and create. You can go paint, write, photograph. You can do whatever you want. You are not locked into creating the same thing that you created yesterday. You can go out and you can just create something new, something different. Go out and challenge yourself. to see the world differently. Maybe it's by finding a friend or going to a photography conference of like-minded people and going out and just photographing something. Fill that creative cup up, because I promise you, when your next paid gig comes, you will be much better off for going out and taking the time to create differently. That's all I got for you today, guys. I just want to say thanks again for watching, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. I appreciate everything that you've done, and I appreciate all the subs and all that other jazz. And yeah, I'm rambling now, so the best way to end a YouTube video is just to say peace.